Kitchens are one of the most fun things to design.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh. This is ridiculous. I don't know if I've ever seen somebody hug an island before.
Because there's a lot of different surfaces. It needs to be functional. There's a million different ways to organize a kitchen, like literally so many decisions, and I love them all. I love taking down walls when it makes sense. 9 times out of 10, when I'm rethinking a kitchen and trying to make the floor plan work for a family, I end up taking down a wall.
Push! Yeah!
Usually it's opening things up, making it bigger, and making room for all of the appliances and cabinetry that families need.
And this is gonna be a really nice big open house.
When you're renovating a kitchen, you definitely don't need to necessarily throw everything out. I'm all for reusing and keeping what is in good shape and actually works with what could be the new design. These cabinets were in great shape. They were pretty new. I liked the style, the homeowners liked the style, so I decided to keep them.
This kitchen is brand new and it came with the house. But that said, it's pretty by the book. And I want John and On to really feel like this is their kitchen. So I've chosen this really pretty backsplash tiled. These are called penny rounds. And they're bright and they're cheerful and they're fun. So if that is my backsplash, then I think that this hardware that came on the cabinets with the house can match and be a really beautiful white. I'm gonna paint it with a paint that binds to metal. It's just a way to change out what's kind of the average cabinet hardware, make it special.
By upgrading the backsplash, by adding some additional perimeter cabinetry, and by adding an island, I was able to take what was a pretty simple kitchen and make it really custom. I love using white cabinets in a kitchen. I actually have white cabinets in my own kitchen. I try to mix in a lot of other things so it doesn't feel so stark and boring, but I love adding a pop of color in a kitchen. One of my favorite colors to use on cabinets is blue. So whether it's like a vibrant royal blue or like a really nice light, calm blue, all the way to almost an oceany blue that has a bit more of a pop. Those are all really great examples. You can't really go wrong. This family wanted a little bit more contrast, so I went with a really pretty flat black cabinet. The house still feels super bright and open and updated and very cozy, but they have these beautiful, rich cabinets.
This kitchen is as simple as I could get it without having it be like cold. And then, I mean, look how much cabinetry you have. It's crazy. It literally like has to be like triple what we had before.
So whenever possible, I love to add an island into a kitchen. Most people's dream kitchen has some sort of an island in it, but also the reason that an island is nice is just for the flow of the kitchen. I mean, if you can have a floor plan with an island, it probably means that your kitchen has multiple points of entry and it's just really easy to move around in the space. Also, it adds seating, it adds storage, it adds a ton of counter space. There are all different levels of kitchen islands. Maybe it's just a really nice table-looking type piece of furniture. It would be really easy to just add like a table or a bar cart or something very simple to the center of a kitchen, and suddenly you have an island.
We have an island now! Oh my god, this is so beautiful.
No more low countertops.
I know. And it's gorgeous.
It looks like marble, but it's actually quartz. And not only does it run, I mean, in your whole kitchen, but it also goes all the way up to the ceiling as your backsplash and up behind your hood.
Oh wow, that is so beautiful.
For countertops, there's so many different ways that you can go as far as the material. And my favorite right now is definitely quartz. Quartz isn't necessarily a budget save. Sometimes natural stone can be less expensive, but the nice thing about quartz is it's durable. It's very sturdy, it's not as porous as a natural stone, and it'll last forever. That said, I also really like porcelain right now, and I still use natural stone sometimes. A lot of times I use butcher block or wood for countertops. It is a budget-conscious way to get a nice big countertop when you can't afford maybe a natural stone or a quartz. You can use it in a modern design, you can use it in a more traditional design. I love butcher block. If you're not going to redo your whole kitchen, lighting is a really great way to inexpensively update what you have. So one of my favorite trends in lighting right now are oversized pendants in the kitchen, and putting a couple of them above an island can really set the space off. It lights the island, so it's very functional as well, and this is kind of like the jewelry to the kitchen design. I use all different types of cabinet hardware. I mean, I can't even say that I have a favorite type because it really just depends on the kitchen. Whether it's brass, chrome, brushed nickel, black, leather, I mean, you name it, I've used it on a cabinet, and it really just depends on the homeowners. So even though I use all types of hardware, I would say that this is probably the handle that I go back to over and over. It comes in a brushed nickel, it comes in chrome, it comes in brass. I really like it because it's a very simple shape. You can use it on pretty much any style of cabinet door. It's easy to grab, it's easy to clean. It's also really inexpensive. So the backsplash in a kitchen is really important. I mean, when you look into a kitchen, this is what you see. It's the wall of the kitchen. It also needs to be really durable. I use all different types of backsplash. Sometimes I use natural stone, I use different tiles. Something I'm doing right now that I really like is I'm actually doing what's called a self splash. So you take the countertop material and just run it up the back wall. And yeah, if you can't decide on a backsplash tile, this is a really good option. So in this kitchen, we actually used oversized subway tile, and then instead of installing it just normal, we installed it in a herringbone pattern. So it actually goes at an angle all the way around the kitchen, and that's pretty fun, right? I feel like a kitchen should be bright and welcoming and open and, if nothing else, functional.